Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and healthy staying in your home. Students, today we are going to revise our lesson Sushrutha, an ancient plastic surgeon. It's very important scientific and general knowledge lesson, so keep your all senses on the video so that you can gain lot of information and knowledge from this lesson. Okay students? Sushrutha. Sushrutha is the name of the plastic surgeon in ancient times. He also known as Rishi Sushrut, who lived about 2500 years ago, is considered the father of surgery. Let's begin the lesson, students. Text part. Sushrutha, an ancient plastic surgeon. It was midnight when Sushrutha was awakened by a frantic knocking at the door. Students, it was midnight when Sushrutha was awakened by a frantic knocking at the door. Means Sushrutha was awakened because someone is knocking very fast at the door, as if the person was in hurry. Who is out there? Asked the aged doctor, taking a lighted torch from its socket in the wall and approaching the door. Students, Sushrutha asked, who is out there? And who is aged doctor here? Yes, Sushrutha is the aged doctor. And he asked, who is out there? And he took a lighted torch from his shelf in the wall and approached the door. He approached the door. I am a traveler. My revered Sushrutha. Revered means respected, great and knowledgeable person. He is calling, means the traveler calling him as a revered Sushrutha. And he replied like this. A tragedy has befallen me. I need your help. Tragedy means a trouble or problem. Sushrutha opened the door. What he saw was a man kneeling before him, tears flowing from his eyes and blood from his disfigured nose. Disfigured means not proper in shape. Something has hit hard on his nose and it's broken. Sushrutha says, get up my son and come in. Everything will be alright, but be quiet now. Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. Quiet now. Usually doctors say this, right? He led the stranger to a neat and clean room with the surgical instruments on its walls. He washed his face with water and the juice of a medicinal plant. He then offered him a mug of wine and began preparing for the operation. Mug of wine? So most of the children might get doubt, why mug of wine? Sushrutha may have any business? No. In ancient time, when Sushrutha was doing operations or surgeries, he used to offer wine to the patients. Why? To make patients fall asleep. Okay, students? With a large leaf of a creeper bought from the garden, he measured the size of the stranger's nose. Taking a knife and forceps from the wall, he held them over a flame and cut a strip of flesh from the stranger's cheek. The man moaned, but the wine had numbed his senses. Moaned in the sense? For example, if your mother wakes you up so early, what you'll give type of sound? Just like rejecting not to get up that time. That is called moaned. Since this traveler had wine, he didn't get up and was sleeping on the floor. Okay, students. After bandaging the cut in the cheek, Sushrutha cautiously inserted 2 pipes into the stranger's nostrils and transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose. So, what did he do? After cutting the flesh from the cheek, Sushrutha inserted 2 pipes into the nostrils. Nostrils means 2 holes of the nose called as nostrils. And he transplanted the flesh into the disfigured nose. In the sense, he took flesh of the cheek and placed it on the disfigured nose. Okay, students? And molding the flesh into shape, he dusted the nose with powdered liquorized red sandalwood and an extract of Indian barberry. He then enveloped the nose in cotton, sprinkled some refined oil of sesame on it, and finally put a bandage. Finally, put that cheek skin on nose and he started to make shape of nose. I think if you have experience of making idols or pots, how potters will make shape to the mud with fingers. Have you observed that, students? Like that, with the cheek flesh he molded, means made the skin to the shape of nose. After bandaging and all, he powdered liquorized red sandalwood, means a type of medicinal ingredients which he used to make natural medicine. Okay. Then he closed the nose with cotton and sprinkled some refined oil of sesame on it, and finally put a bandage. Okay, students, now operation is over. Do you think it's so easy? No, it is not so easy. Before the traveler left, he was given instructions on what to do and what not to, and a list of medicines and herbs he was given to take regularly. He was also asked to come back after a few weeks to be examined. Herbs were given to the patients in those days, which they need to take regularly. He was also asked that traveler to come back after a few weeks to examine him. Okay, students, before traveler left, Sushrutha gave him instructions what to eat and what not to eat, and also precautions to be taken. Finally, he told to come back after a few weeks. Like this, he molded the nose in some 26 centuries ago. Okay, students? In this manner, Sushrutha mended a nose some 26 centuries ago. And what he did is not greatly different from what a plastic surgeon would do today. In fact, Sushrutha is today recognized as the father of plastic surgery all over the world. Okay, students? His treatise. Treatise means book. Sushrutha Samhita has considerably medical knowledge of relevance even today. Means he has written the book named Sushrutha Samhita, and in that he had mentioned the medical knowledge that is used even today by plastic surgeons. It indicates that India was far ahead of the rest of the world in medical knowledge. Because of this particular evidence of Sushrutha operating on a disfigured nose, we can say that India was far ahead in the field of medicine. Okay students, there was no other person in the world who used to do such surgeries. So we can say India was so much advanced in the medical field in those centuries. Let's see next paragraph. Born in the 6th century BC means when we started the lesson I mentioned ancient period, right? Sushrutha born in 6th century before Christ means before 2600 years ago. Sushrutha was a descendant of the Vedic sage Vishwamitra. He learned surgery and medicine at the feet of Divodasa Dhanvantari in his hermitage of Varanasi. So, he learned surgery and medicine from Divodasa Dhanvantari in his hermitage at Varanasi. Hermitage means small and remote place. Okay. Later, he became an authority in not only surgery but also in other branches of medicine. He was the first physician to advocate what is today known as the caesarean operation. Means he was the first person who did caesarean section. Means, wait children, I'll show you the picture. This is the picture students. Sushrutha was the first person who did caesarean section. Means taking out baby by cutting the womb of mother. And he was also an expert in removing urinary stones. Okay ma? He was also an expert in removing urinary stones, locating and treating fractures and doing eye operations for cataract. Urinary stones means removing kidney stones. Locating and treating fractures, broken bones of hands and legs. Locating the broken bones of hands and legs. And doing eye operations for cataract. It's very difficult operation, removing cataract of eyes. It was very dangerous operation. People even lose eyesight when this operation was done usually. But Sushrutha used to do such operations also. His suggestion to give wine to patients about to be operated upon makes him also the father of anesthesia. What is the importance of giving wine to patients or anesthesia students? To make patient numbed his senses and to make him fallen asleep. So Sushrutha used to give wine to patients. For that also he is called as father of anesthesia. In this treatise, in his treatise, Sushrutha listed 101 types of instruments. His Samdansa yantras are the first form of the modern surgeon's spring forceps and dissection and dressing forceps. Sushrutha In his book, he mentioned 101 types of instruments. They are called Sandansha Yantras. In fact, his system of naming surgical tools after the animals or birds they resemble in shape. For example, crocodile forceps, hawksbill forceps is adopted even today. Okay, here in this picture you can see surgical instruments used by Sushrutha. Okay, Sushrutha was also an excellent teacher. He told his pupils that one could become a good physician only if one knew both theory and practice. He advised his pupils to use carcasses and models for practice before surgery. He advised his pupils to use dead bodies or models for practice before surgery. Okay, students, this is about Sushrutha, an ancient plastic surgeon. Let's stop here. Till then, thank you and Allah Hafiz.